Vajiraman Ravi has been still there even during my mains preparation, during both my attempts 2023-24. I started my preparation in 2018 here as a foundation batch student, and finally I'm again back here 6 years later. The life has come full circle finally. I post-graduated actually in year 2018. After that I came to Vajiraman Ravi, as the name has always been there, where I was completely clueless कि क्या करना है क्या नहीं. And that year I think, but I think ये join किया test series मैंने, and we had those regular feedback sessions.
GS
we had GS. I was enrolled for the GS thing. I had that regular feedback session after every copy that was checked. We had those mentoring sessions going on. So उससे पता चलता था what is wrong, where I should add on, what is the changes I need to make, etc. So it went like that, and I really scored good in GS last year. Also, it was 435 marks in GS 1, 2, 3, 4.
नमस्कार दोस्तों, मेरा नाम ऋषभ चौधरी है और मैंने यूपीएससी सिविल सर्विस एग्जामिनेशन 2024 में AIR 28 हासिल करी है. In this strategy I am going to talk about how to prepare for the essay examination in particular. तो essay के लिए firstly what is an essay? Essay का मीनिंग सिंपली ऐसा होता है कि इट इज एन पीस ऑफ राइटिंग इन विच एन राइटर कन्वेज व्हाट ही वांट्स इन हिज ओन वर्ड्स एंड ओन आर्ग्यूमेंट्स. तो उस पॉइंट से ऐसे शुड बी योर आर्ग्यूमेंट rather than giving different dimensions or different ways of expressing yourself. Essay is primarily about what you think about that topic and writing that argument yourself, or what you think and substantiating based on your examples, your whatever stories or anything you feel like. So उस basis पे that is an essay. Now essay is how I approach the essay. So let me share. In 2023 mains I have appeared for 2 mains, in 2023 and in 2024. In 2023 mains I scored 96 marks, and at that point of time I didn't had that clarity कि essay के लिए अच्छे से कैसे prepare करा जाता है and what should we prepare for an essay. तो जो जनरली लोग एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं कि जीएस का नॉलेज ऐसे में काम आ जाएगा, विच इज ट्रू टू सम एक्सटेंट, बट द डायनेमिक्स आर चेंजिंग इन अ वे कि ऐसे पेपर आर इज नाउअडेज मोर एनालिटिकल, और वहाँ पर फिलोसॉफिकल टॉपिक्स आते हैं, मेटाफोरिकल टॉपिक्स आते हैं, जिनके लिए हो सकता है कि हमें अलग से कंटेंट प्रिपेयर करने की जरूरत पड़े, जो मैंने इस बार ट्राई करने की कोशिश करी थी. इन दिस एग्जामिनेशन 2024 I scored 120 marks in essay, and I would attribute that to some level of preparation जो मैंने करने की कोशिश करी थी, जो मैं आने वाली जो मैं भी शेयर करूंगा आपके साथ. Let me share my UPSC journey. So I started preparing for the UPSC sincerely in September 2022 after I left my job. उसके पहले in June 2022 I appeared in prelims and I scored around 34 marks in prelims, so I couldn't qualify with a huge margin. So, but I was not disheartened by that because I haven't prepared at all. I was just appearing for the examination to test where do I stand in the examination. और उसके बाद जब मैंने सितंबर से प्रिपरेशन स्टार्ट करी, प्राइमरीली टिल दिसंबर आई फिनिश्ड द स्टैटिक बुक्स, एंड जो भी स्टैटिक बुक्स हम जनरली रेफर करते हैं फॉर पॉलिटी हिस्ट्री, मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री के लिए, इन्वायरमेंट के लिए, वो मैंने प्राइमरीली रेफर करी. एंड आई कोलेटेड द विजन IAS क्लासबुक सिनॉप्सिस जो अवेलेबल थी पोर्टल पे उस टाइम पे, एंड दैट बिकेम माय प्राइमरी सोर्स फॉर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम. जनवरी टू मई 2023 आई प्राइमरीली फोकस्ड ऑन क्लियरिंग प्रीलिम्स उस टाइम पे, एंड माय सोल फोकस वाज दैट आई हैव टू क्लियर प्रीलिम्स एनी हाउ. और प्रीलिम्स के बाद इन 2023 आई फॉर्चुनेटली आई क्वालिफाइड फॉर प्रीलिम्स इन preliminary examination for the civil services as well as forest services, and then I appeared for the civil service mains 2023. Unfortunately, I could not qualify civil service mains 2023 by lack of 8 marks, which was primarily because of lack of marks in political science and international relations. I scored 230 marks there, and also in GS papers as well, I had average or below average marks across the paper except GS4 where I scored 123 in 2023. Now after that, I appeared for forest service mains in 2023 till November 2023. Then by between the brief time of 20 or 25 days which take to come for the forest service result to come out, I prepared for political science and looked at what are the things which I should be improving in the mains. Then fortunately I could not qualify for the civil service mains, but I qualified for the forest service mains, and then I had an opportunity to appear for forest service interview. Then my sole focus shifted on preparing for the interview for forest service examination, which also covers everything which we have to prepare in civil service examination. जो डैफ के एस्पेक्ट, जो डैफ से रिलेटेड चीजें होती है. उसके बाद I shifted gears for prelims 2024, then for mains 2024. So always my focus was on the next examination which I have to appear for. So उस perspective से मैंने prepare किया है, and my preparation strategy for mains was primarily means I had a clarity कि मुझे mains के लिए prepare कैसे करना है, but efforts and times I primarily invested between prelims and mains. So वो चीज उस perspective से आप इसे देखेंगे तो मैंने कैसे prepare किया है, which that would make more sense in that perspective. तो ये मेरी ब्रीफ जर्नी रही है यूपीएससी प्रिपरेशन की। तो ऐसे में दिस टाइम अराउंड आई स्कोर्ड 120 मार्क्स इन ऐसे, और मैं अपनी प्रिपरेशन स्ट्रेटेजी शेयर करता हूँ कि मैंने कैसे ऐसे के लिए प्रिपेयर किया, एंड आई प्राइमरीली प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर द ऐसे बिटवीन प्रीलिम्स एंड मेंस ओनली. So I divided that into two parts. One is what is the craft of essay writing, how should I present my essay, and second is what is the content which I should be developing, especially to tackle the philosophical essays or abstract topics which are nowadays more frequently asked in the essay examination. तो पहले पे डिस्कस करते हैं how to craft an essay. तो उसके लिए broadly essays is divided into three parts: introduction, body and conclusion. तो introduction के लिए there are multiple ways to introduce an essay, but I have boiled down them to two things. That I am going to use an anecdote, अगर मेरे पास कोई anecdotal story उस टाइम पे available है, या फिर if I can come up with something on the spot or which is relevant, and if I don't have an anecdote, then I would simply use the definition based or descriptive essay explaining what is the meaning of the topic which is being asked. So basic simple essay. So this was these are the two approach for introduction which I have boiled down to. This is how I'm going to tackle the introduction. I've also collated the list many anecdotes which I have uploaded already on my note. I have already uploaded on internet, so the link would be attached in the description. So वहाँ से आप उन anecdotes को use कर सकते हैं in case if you need them. Secondly, in body, it depends on the type of essay. So for example, if an essay is based on thematic essay like education, health, or the rural development, sustainable development, and things like that, any technological topic is there, then we can use various dimensions generating techniques like social, political, economical, technological, cultural. These aspects could be used to generate arguments and substantiate them with examples. In philosophical essays, we have to change our approach of writing body part. वहाँ पर simply using the dimensional approach, it cannot be completely relevant. We have to generate arguments there which are relevant and which address the demand of the essay topic which has been asked, and we have to substantiate our arguments as well यहाँ पर based on examples or stories or something which reaffirms our point, reaffirms the point which we are trying to make. Now in the body part, in the latter section, we also have to present the critical counter arguments to show the critical analysis, critical thinking aspect of the essay, that despite the fact that this is the primary thesis, there are certain things which are different from the primary perspective which we are trying to present, but not to overdo that aspect as well, because our primary aspect is to justify what is the topic which is being given to us, and writing arguments which reaffirms that essay topic. Then in the conclusion section, conclusion is basically a well-rounded summary of whatever arguments which we have given and of the whole essay in general. So and it should be forward-looking. There should be a sense of optimism and positivity reflected in your conclusion, that despite some challenges, there are certain things which we have to do in case if it is possible in that essay. If an essay if there is a possibility of way forward, then it should be included before the conclusion before the conclusion section for a paragraph or two. But otherwise, in conclusion, there should be generally a well-rounded summary of whatever arguments which we have given of the essay in the essay. So this is the crafting part of the essay, dividing the essay into introduction, body and conclusion. Now going to crafting part. तो crafting part में generally अगर thematic essays होते हैं, तो thematic essays में we could use the content which we prepare in the GS answers. So लेकिन अगर philosophical topics होते हैं तो वहां पर हमें content अलग से prepare करने की जरूरत पड़ेगी. That need I understood this time around, and I prepared such general content which could be used across range of philosophical topics. So for example, I prepared the list of various personalities in different aspects of the society, technology, politics, leadership, and things like that. For example, stories of Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, Madame Curie, Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, or different personalities, unki life stories which could substantiate the argument which I am making for a philosophical essay. Secondly, various events which occurred in the history of the world, for example, Renaissance, Age of Enlightenment, French Revolution, American Revolution, Russian Revolution, uh, as well as in the history of India, Gupta period, Mauryan period, modern Indian history. So we can take examples from this aspect to substantiate our arguments in the philosophical essay. So this is the content which I prepared to embellish or to present to substantiate my arguments in the philosophical essay, which also I have uploaded already. Now there is another part of value addition in the essay, that how we make our essay more valuable or more worthwhile to read. Present it as a valuable essay, present it as a high quality essay. So for it, I aspired to develop certain attributes which I would highlight now. First is developing flow and coherence in the essay. For that, I collated the list of continuity words which I learned from Anudeep Duri Shetty sir's blog, जहाँ पर continuity words develop a sense of continuity in our writing, which makes it more readable to the person who is reading the essay. So I practiced writing those continuity words, and with repeated practice, it becomes more natural and easy to inculcate them on the go in essay writing. सेकंड एस्पेक्ट इज दैट आई यूज्ड सम इडियोमेटिक एक्सप्रेशंस जो हमारी राइटिंग को थोड़ा और इंटरेस्टिंग बनाते हैं, और फ्रॉम अ रीडर्स पर्सपेक्टिव इट गिव्स अन psychological feeling of somebody who is writing an essay which is more detailed and more qualitative in a way. So I collected the idiomatic expressions and practiced them and tried to inculcate them in my essays. Third aspect is that I've used some embellishment words which can be used across different essays to present our language in a more good way. That is another aspect. And the fourth aspect is that जो previous years ऐसे topics हैं, उनको हम ऐसे के अंदर यूज कर सकते हैं कि जो प्रीवियस ईयर ऐसे टॉपिक ऑलरेडी आ चुका है उसे एज ए कोट हम यूज कर सकते हैं. ऑल्सो कोलेटेड लिस्ट ऑफ quotes which can be used across the essay paper. This is the content which I prepared for the essay. Now these are the two ways in which I prepared for the essay. Now the thing is that for philosophical essay there is another aspect, that first unless we decode the meaning of what is the exact meaning of the topic which is being asked, we cannot really present good arguments for it, or present an argument which could award us good marks. So uske liye what I did is that I practiced on the previous year questions. वहाँ पर जो भी philosophical essays थे, I tried to use ChatGPT उस sense में जहाँ पर I used ChatGPT to give me an outline for the essay that give me the idea that what is the meaning of the essay, or asking it simply what is the meaning of this metaphor, and it gives you detailed meaning of this metaphor, and it gives an outline as well which you could use to understand how the arguments are formed. And though it cannot be directly the arguments you can get from the ChatGPT, which you can leverage in the essay writing. So I practiced it across various topics of the previous year questions. I think more than 50 essay topics I have practiced to understand that how to decode the meaning of the philosophical essay and how the arguments are generated in that aspect. This is the aspect of the essay writing which I would like to highlight. Let me share 3 anecdotes from my notes, which I explained that how I that could be used in various essay topics. So one is about perseverance, which is a story of Charlie Chaplin, that how coming from an humble beginning where he was facing poverty and the child abuse in the childhood, and despite that he persevered, worked multiple jobs, and उसके उन सारे difficulties से कैसे निकल के through consistency, through efforts and through an vision, he become a superstar. And वो उसकी जो story है वो बहुत जगह use की जा सकती है. When an essay topic is about perseverance or human spirit, that how humans overcome difficult challenges to persevere in life. So this is one story. There are similar stories of Deepa Malik, which is also written in my notes, which also shares that how she faced tragedy in life, tragedy in her life by losing her movement ability, and despite that she never gave up her dream to win an Olympic medal, and she competed in Paralympics, and where she won a medal. Similar story are there in my list of anecdotes. Secondly, I would like to share a story for dedication to public service. So there is a story of Srimati Himlata Sisa. So she is an Anganwadi worker, Asha worker, and her dedication is such that she used to, despite the difficulty in the terrain in the village she was operating, she used to cross this swollen river in order to provide villagers the healthcare facilities and provide them guidance that in case if somebody is ill, how they could get a better healthcare services. So she used to take immense personal risk and sacrifice to provide people with the service. So if an essay topic is there which talks about what is the level of dedication which we need for a public service. So this story as an anecdote could be framed in such a way which justifies the demand of the topic. Third anecdote I would like to share is of is in context of inclusive growth. That I picked up it from the Anudeep Durushetty sir's note that how inclusive growth is essential. It talks about the story of industrial revolution, that वहाँ पर इतनी wealth create हो रही थी, despite that there was sense of poverty, sense of pollution and inequality, and it shows the best of times, worst of times. So there is an anecdote which is associated with the inequality and the difference inequalities जो इसको कैप्चर करती है कि what is the importance of inclusive growth for a peaceful society. तो वहां पर you can if you are able to recall the anecdote, you can present a beautiful anecdote to begin your essay, which is going to captivate the interest of the reader of the essay. So this three anecdotes I briefly shared. There are many anecdotes which you can refer. I have also mentioned in which aspect this anecdote can be used in examination, and they can be used in other ways as well. So these stories which you can collect, I have collected them throughout my preparation from various sources. So these stories you can use or you take inspiration from them and make certain stories, or also use the stories which I highlighted of leaders from different aspects of life, as well as from historical events, to substantiate, to create a story which encapsulates or encapsulates the demand of the topic which is being asked. So this is how I used to start the essay. In case if I come up with an anecdote, this was the way, and mostly by repeated practice I was able to come up with the anecdote oftentimes. So now let me share how I approached the essay by taking an example of the essay which I have written. It is written on the topic man's capacity for justice makes democracy possible, but man's inclination for injustice makes democracy necessary. So in this topic, what we can understand is that there are two aspects which are highlighted. One is that man's capacity for justice, and one is man's inclination for making some certain vices. So it talks about both the virtues of human nature as well as the vices of human nature. So in the introduction itself, we have to capture this theme, that what are the virtues of human nature. Virtues of human nature, like they are justice-loving people, there is sense of wisdom, temperance, and human nature aspires to do good for the others. And vices of human nature, and also we have to highlight the other aspect as well, that what are the vices of human nature, which are highlighted by certain thinkers like Thomas Hobbes, Machiavelli, that humans could be self-serving, greedy, and sometimes selfish, as well as the self-preservation aspect of human nature could make certain people to do certain injustices and vices, which we have to counter, which we have to deal with to make democracy possible. In order to make democracy sustainable, so that people do not there is a sense of balance of power, and there are checks and balances, so that nobody is in a position to do injustice at a broader. In this essay, in the body part, what we can do is that what I did is that I divided the essay into two segments. One is what are the virtues of human nature which makes democracy possible, and second is what are the vices of human nature which makes democracy necessary. So in virtue segment, we can give arguments like that human aspires for fairness, human are justice-loving people. There is aspect of fairness which we expect from the society. One aspect is that. Second argument is that that human is by nature a rational animal and a rational person. So वहाँ पर human aspire that if they expect fairness from the system, then they should be acting in a fair way as well. So that aspect is there, and other virtues of human nature, that human aspires to do good, human aspires for better things in life. These are the aspects or the positive attributes of human nature: fairness, justice, temperance, wisdom, education, and these aspects make these are the virtues which makes democracy possible. Now, in terms of vices, what are the vices of human nature which makes democracy necessary? So I have presented arguments that there are certain aspects of selfishness in human nature. Human are power-seeking animals. Human is a power-seeking animal, and I have not given them as my argument, but I have presented them as an argument which is highlighted by certain political philosophers in the past, and that this aspect of vices they highlighted, and they highlighted that for this aspect we need to make a system where there are checks and balances, and there is a separation of power, so that despite there is an greed for power, or there is an aspect where people aspire to be more powerful, there is a sense of rationality associated with that, that no person is in position to take decisions which could be harmful for society at large. So, and then I used examples, various examples that vices, for example, in vices, we can use the argument that so in aspect of what are the virtues of human nature which makes democracy possible, I highlighted India's experiment with democracy. कि कैसे इंडिया में because of the fact that we have a strong constitution and strong institutions, हमारे यहाँ पर democracy possible हो पाई, and despite all the initial doubts and skepticism about Indian democracy, it is still thriving, and it is even in it is as we are seeing that voter turnout is increasing. India's democracy is thriving and increasingly becoming more robust in a way. So this focusing on this, highlighting my arguments with this example, given more sense of substantiate the point which I was trying to make. So this is the way in which I tackle the body part. So I after the body part, I have briefly mentioned some counter arguments, briefly two counter arguments in the body part. तो उसमें पहला काउंटर आर्गुमेंट ये था कि डेमोक्रेसी इज द बेस्ट फॉर्म ऑफ गवर्नमेंट, but it should not turn into tyranny of majority. So there should be certain values and checks which prevents this aspect, जैसे constitutional checks है जहाँ पर fundamental rights हर individual को दिए जाते हैं, where individuals' rights are protected against the collective rights of the society. So certain aspects should be balanced in the way जो Supreme Court judgment में भी mentioned है कि there should be a harmonious balance between individual rights and societal rights. And second, I highlighted the contemporary aspect that in today's period misinformation is there. So the second aspect is that मैंने contemporary relevance highlight करी कि what are the challenges democracy is facing right now, be it in terms of misinformation which is present, and use of artificial intelligence to create deep fakes and content which is targeting individuals in the society, misinformation, hatred, and how to tackle this to make democracy and as a more robust form of government in a way. So that that aspect I took in the before the conclusion, that what are the things which we should do in order to make democracy more sustainable. What are the things which we should be doing in general. उसके बाद in conclusion I made a well-rounded summary of this, that what are the virtues of human nature, briefly mentioning what are the arguments I have written in the essay, what are the vices of human nature, briefly writing what are the arguments I made, and then concluded in a positive note that despite this, democracy is the best form of government, and how human nature is such that democracy is essential for a society to continuously thrive, where individual rights are also protected as well as societal good is also taken care of. So ऐसे मैंने इसको conclude करने की कोशिश करी. So the essay strategy which I highlighted in this video, इसके लिए मैंने एक article लिखा हुआ है Medium पर, उसके लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में आपको मिल जाएगी, और उस पे मैंने मेरे नोट्स अटैच करे हुए सारे, जो भी एनेक्डोट्स के हैं, कनेक्टिव वर्ड्स के हैं, और ऐसे के लिए मैंने अगर कहीं से कुछ भी ऑनलाइन रिसोर्सेज से हेल्प लिए वो वहाँ पर अवेलेबल. जो भी इम्बेलिशमेंट वर्ड्स की मैं बात कर रहा था, मैं कनेक्टिव वर्ड्स की बात कर रहा था, और इडियोमेटिक एक्सप्रेशंस की बात कर रहा था, प्रीवियस ईयर ऐसे टॉपिक्स की बात कर रहा था, दे आर ऑल पार्ट ऑफ द नोट्स विच आई हैव अपलोडेड. उसकी भी लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में आपको मिल जाएगी, और यू कैन फाइंड इट ऑन माई टेलीग्राम चैनल एज वेल. सो आई हैव मेड अ टेलीग्राम चैनल जहाँ पर आपको जो भी रिसोर्सेज मैं अपलोड कर रहा हूँ वो सारे मिल जाएंगे. आई एम अपलोडिंग ऑल दिस रिसोर्सेज ऑन टेलीग्राम, एंड आई हैव रिटन दी ब्रीफ आर्टिकल ऑन मीडियम जो इस ऐसे स्ट्रेटेजी को और समझा देगा आपको. एंड इफ यू गो थ्रू द नोट्स एंड माय कॉपीज, यू वुड बी बेटर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड how I approach the essay paper. Wishing you all the best for your upcoming examination, and thank you so much for listening to me.